A very good evening to everyone. Welcome back to yet another daily The Hindu news analysis channel here. My name is Nidhi and I am here to give you the actual problem which is going around the world. The Whenever we open our news channel, we see a lot of news. We see this happened there, we see that happened there. Do you know that each and every news is basically the depiction of a problem? Something is going off in that particular area, that's why it become news. And in order to solve that issue, we need to understand this problem. Many a times, many people, they just want to run onto the solution, but they do not want to basically understand the problem. Unless and until you will not understand this problem, how can you solve it? That's the main question. So we are here to discuss the problems, because I believe that if we do not understand our problems, then how we can solve them? So let us debate, let us learn, let's argue, because that's how we can get to the root of the problem. And when we reach at the root of the problem, it becomes much easier for us to get the solution of it. And how do we reach at the solution problem? By reading, by opening up our mind. If our mind is able to attend or entertain the positives and the negatives of an issue, by analyzing them, by debating about them, by arguing about it, we can really reach at the real problem. So today, what kind of problem I'm going to discuss with you? Okay, the topic is not a very new to you. It is about the protest. We all read about protest. We all saw reels about the protest that Cockroach Janata Party protested at Jantar Mantar. We saw what kind of Gen Z protest, famously known as Gen Z protest. And if somebody asks you why this protest happened, you all will answer that this protest happened to get the resignation of our late prime minister, not late, for the then prime minister, education minister, Dharmendra Pradhan. When we ask them why Cockroach Janata Party and Gen Z are demanding resignation, then they answer, because of the paper leak. That you know what, we are facing, our country is facing a lot of paper leak. In NEET 2026 paper leak, NEET 2024 paper leak, UGC NET paper leak, SSC CGL paper leak. When the paper leaks happens, it basically gives an added burden on the students, aspirants' mental health. It exploits brutally to the aspirant. That is why we are demanding accountability from the system. And accountability will ensure when Dharmendra Pradhan would resign. This is the main issue, and you all know about it. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. What I'm going to talk about is that how we can ensure accountability in the education system. How we can ensure. This is the major issue. This is the major issue that the whole nation is arguing. Can resignation ensure accountability? Yes, it might be done, but in order to apply accountability at the ground level, only resignation will not do anything. Another minister will come, another minister will do the same thing that the Dharmendra Pradhan did. How we can solve this paper leak issue? This is the main problem. So let us understand what is the paper leak. Let's get back to basics. Let us understand what is paper leak, why do paper leaks happen, what is the structural problem behind it, and then we were going to think what we can do, how we can bring the accountability in the education system. So, in layman terms, paper leak basically refers to an unauthorized disclosure of a printed question paper before the examination. This is the paper leak. This is the classic definition of the paper leak. There are many examples of paper leak which we have witnessed within the few years, like NEET paper leak of 2024-2026, Maharashtra teacher eligibility test paper leak, SSC CGL paper leak, UGC net paper leak. In the past year, we have also seen the paper leak of many issues. This is the thing. Our education system is not only facing paper leak problem, but our education system is also facing the problem in its marks evaluation, in its result declaration, and many more issues. But do you know that this paper leak definition is the half the definition we have read about? It is that unauthorized disclosure of printed question paper before the examination. It is just the half the truth. The definition has changed. The scenario has changed, but our mentality, our way of looking to the definition is just at the same thing, just at the same place. Do you know that in paper leak of 2026, not full paper was disclosed, only 60% of the paper was disclosed. That's why paper got cancelled, and then it was rearranged in June 2026. Now you will say that just 60% of the paper leak, only 60%. Yes, it's just 60%. So I believe that in the definition of the paper leak, we should also include leak of important questions. It includes leak of important questions. It leak of selected questions, recurring themes, high probability. You see, when two students are there, let's say student A and student B. Now student A knows the 60% of the paper which is going to ask in the examination center, and the paper B doesn't have any idea. He was studying normally. He doesn't know. He has no idea about what is happening in the paper. Now, who will get more advantage? Student A or student B? I believe student A will get the more advantage because he knows the themes. Maybe if he knows the themes, he still has an unfair advantage than the paper B, than the candidate B. And it is injustice to the candidate B. So that is why our first and the most important job is not to think that the paper leak means the printed question paper, disclosure of a printed question paper before the examination, but it also includes the leak of the selected questions, recurring themes, leakage of important questions. It should also include that important stuff also. Number 2 question: how do paper get leaked? You know what? There is a proper system that how the examination, how our questions are formed, how the whole examination system happened. First of all, it started with the question selection, question paper setting. Then it goes with the result declaration. There is a proper chain from stage 1, that is question setting, to the last stage, that is result declaration. The stages include, so first of all, the question paper gets state. Then it will undergo the moderation, translation, digitization, and the final completion. After that, when it's ready, then it will get into the printing machine to get printed. If the examination system is going to take place in the offline mode, pen paper based test, then it gets packaged, storage, transportation, and if the paper is going to conduct in the online examination format, just like happened in the UGC net JEE main, JEE examinations, CUET PG examinations, in that cases the paper get transferred to the system, and from that system, then the paper will get disclosed in front of the student. So you see, there is a proper chain here. And here, in the offline cases, there are, earlier what used to happen is that during printing, during packaging, or during storage or transportation thing, paper get leaked. But now the the scenarios has changed. Paper leak now, it has changed. It also includes that, some people who are sitting inside the examination chamber, and they are telling their person to the about the paper leak issue, about the what kind of important questions were there. So paper leak is just it's just the one symptom that our education system is facing. There are many irregularities in our education system. For example, paper leak. Number 2 is replacement of OMR. Number 3 of distribution of incorrect question paper. Unusual high scores from centers and coaching hubs. Disclosure of confidential information. Inside access. Coaching network access to privileged people. So these are the few things. These are the major important things which are basically making our examination system bad, or I would say which are reducing the credibility of India's education system. Now, what happens when such kind of incident happens, especially when such kind of incident takes place, especially in the education system of any country? First of all, I would like to highlight about the stakeholders. Here, when the paper leak or such kind of a malicious happen in our education system, the number one stakeholder are the students. Students gets impact badly due to this. Then parents, teachers, economy, at the end government. It is going to create a mistrust between citizens as well as our our government. It is going to create a mistrust, just like we are witnessing at Jantar Mantar, and we are seeing the changing opinion of the people against the ruling party. Also, the Ministry of Education is involved here, cyber security agencies, intelligence agencies, coaching teachers, experts who were sitting there and who were making the question paper. They were also the stakeholders here. And we all know the consequences. Economy gets also disturbed, because you see, India is a country of 40% of the youth. And if 40% of the youth are facing discrepancies in the examination center, it basically tells you that that a 40% of a future is under threat, which is not a good thing. You see, India is having the huge advantage of having demographic dividend. Demographic dividend is like a double-edged sword, right? And we are, I think, on the danger side of the sword, where we can get killed if our government system doesn't do anything regarding this. Next is that what we can do to make our education system, to improve these irregularities in the examination system, and we will, to ensure accountability in the examination system and overall education system. What can be done? This is the major and important question. When we understand what is paper leak, what are the irregularities that our education system is happening. So number one thing is that we need to secure the entire cycle from selection of the question paper to till the result. We need to have a secure access. What we can do is that we can basically do cyber security audits, intelligence based monitoring, clear audit trails, periodic rotation of experts is the things which we can do. Ultimately, what we can do is that we need to have intent We need to have a clear laws, not only clear laws, but we also need to have a good intention people to who are basically executing this whole exercise. Because I believe that if people are of good heart and they have the fear of punishment, then we can stop all this thing. Talking about the government's efforts in this case, so government is basically recently Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi has talked about establishment of a committee which is going to be led by former Uday chairman Nandan Nilekani, who is entrusted with the duty to prepare a white paper which contains leakage, why leakage happens, what are the leakage failures which are happening, what kind of cyber security incidents happen. Then it is going to tell about central level irregularities and judicial outcomes. After that, it is going to make SOP, standard operating procedures, for entire examination cycle, expert selection, examination administration, and institutional accountability. However, what I demand is that what I really feel is that not only making this committee is going to make any kind of a changes in our education system, but in our education system, if we really want to bring accountability, we need to have a we need to have a well interested laws which protects it people. Proper training should be given to teachers and the whole of the system who is basically responsible to conduct its entire exercise. Proper training, moral training should be given to them. Also, we need to have proper CCTV footage, cameras. Also, we need to change the entire team also, and we need to make our institutions like NTA, who is responsible of conducting such examination, more accountable to them. That's how we can bring accountability at the ground level. Now I would like to end my video by today's quote. Our today's quote said that a donkey with a gold is more valuable than a horse without a goal. Now, this quote simply means that even if a person doesn't have any capability, power, character, he still can be valued if he has money. Then the person who has capability. So it reveals a basic thing about human, that we humans value money over character. That's it for, so beware and feel cautious about it. That's it for today. Let us meet tomorrow with another news title and other things. Till then, stay safe, stay happy. Bye bye.